I guess we'll call this take 2, and I do want to say real quickly that there is a lost video that will never, and I mean ever, see the light of day, and that's all I'm going to say about that part of the video. So this is the second video. The second one was lost, so it's lost forever, and we won't speak of it, so I'm going to try my best to remember exactly what I talked about. Now, first off, I just got off work, and I'm getting ready to watch Silver Linings Playbook again for, I think it's my 4th time now. I think it's my 2nd time theatrically, though. I'm going to watch Silver Linings Playbook, and TJ gets off around 11 o'clock, and then after that, we're going to McDonald's, and then Raw, and just the normal stuff we always do. So, normal Monday night. Do you want to talk about the WGA last night? Actually, once again, I'll talk about Adapted last, because it's the last thing I want to discuss. But when it comes down to it, the first thing would be documentary, and it went to Searching for Sugar Man, and that was really awesome because Searching for Sugar Man's amazing. And I think with that win, with the WGA victory, Searching for Sugar Man has sealed its fate as winning Best Documentary at the Oscars on Sunday. And it deserves it because it's awesome, and it's really, really well done, and I think everyone needs to go watch it because it is a very, very entertaining documentary, and I think it'd work for anybody. If you like certain movies, if you don't like certain movies, I think it still would work anyway, and it's a really good human interest story. So, that's that. And, original screenplay ended up going to Zero Dark 30, and Mark Bowl got a victory. And it's funny because Bowl won. Bowl won with his only competition being Wes Anderson for Moonrise Kingdom, because, let's face it, Flight and Looper weren't doing anything. So, you really couldn't give them the win. So, basically, that was down to those three in that case, and the right movie won, and Zero Dark 30 now has a victory, and now it has a little bit of ammunition going towards Sunday's Oscar ceremony. It's not going to win, it's going to lose, but here's the thing. It winning is one thing, but the fact that it did not compete against Django Unchained and did not compete against Amour, which are its 2 biggest competitors, means that basically its win was pretty much all for nothing. It was a nice thing, it's going to look nice in the trophy case. When it all boils down to it, it did not beat Django, it did not beat Amour, so it will not win on Sunday. I'm still sticking with Tarantino for Django Unchained as my win. But of course, later this week, I will do an Independent Spirit Awards video, a prediction video, to do my concrete predictions for that. And of course, later this week, I'm also going to do an Academy Award prediction video that'll basically talk about all the awards in depth and give you my win, my dark horse, and my upsets. So, not in those orders, obviously. It goes win, upsets, dark horse. So, that's going to be what I'm going to end up doing. So, there's that. And, of course, Adapted Screenplay ended up going to Argo. And I told you guys it was going to happen. The DGA, the PGA, now the WGA. The scripter went to Chris Terrio's Argo script. And it was awesome. And Chris Terrio is an amazing, amazing writer. And I was very happy that Argo won because it has basically sealed the fate that Tony Kushner is not going to win for Lincoln. And Argo is definitely winning Best Picture. I definitely see it happening, and I told you guys all along. I said when it comes down to it that Argo was going to win. And the fact that Affleck lost, well actually not lost because he didn't lose anything, when Affleck didn't get the nomination like I believed he was going to, when he didn't get that nomination, that was the Oscar story. I mean, we've seen Oscar stories in the past. That was the Oscar story, and that's a great reason why Argo is going to go all the way. Argo is an amazing film and deserved to go all the way. And I think it would, even with Affleck making it in and winning director, I still think Argo would have went all the way. So it's not quite Crash, but it's closer than I've gotten in a whole long time to be calling something to win Best Picture pretty much as soon after I saw it. So there's that, and that was the WGA. Now, the WGA I was very happy with. I was happy with all 3 wins, all 3 big wins. And it's going to be really interesting to see exactly what happens on Oscar Sunday, and that's only literally a week away. Like, less than a week away. It's like 6 days away. Because it's Monday now and not Sunday. So, we'll talk Elimination Chamber. I made some bold predictions on Twitter, and most of them were proven correct, and the one thing was proven incorrect. CM Punk did not defeat The Rock at Elimination Chamber like I believed he would. There was 3 ref bumps, and Punk now has a legitimate beef and a legitimate gripe to why he deserves to get another shot against The Rock and the WWE Championship. So I really think that we are going to see the triple threat match at WrestleMania. I'm sorry, Will, unless he shows up on Raw tonight, or has already shown up on Raw tonight, given the fact that it's after 9 o'clock, I think there's a good possibility that Taker's not going to work Mania this year, and there's not enough time to really push a decent storyline for The Undertaker. So I honestly think that him being at Mania is probably not going to happen this year, and he'll come back with a vengeance in New Orleans next year for WrestleMania 30, and we'll probably get our John Cena Undertaker match that everybody's been clamoring for, to actually give a reason for people to believe the streak was in danger. Because Super Cena is pretty much the only one that can do that. To be honest, he really is. But, so, that's what I thought about that. Alberto Del Rio tapped out the Big Show. Awesome. Really amazing. He did it. He actually went for the cross arm breaker once, and he broke the hold. And we saw the knockout punch. We saw the choke slam. It was a really good back and forth match. It was a good brawling match. And ADR ended up locking on the cross arm breaker for a second time. And this time the Big Show was forced to tap out. So, of course, there was no cash in. Dolph Ziggler did not cash in Money in the Bank. And I'm going to stick to the fact that he is not cashing in until WrestleMania. And I think what's going to end up happening, I think Ziggler is going to cash in on the World Heavyweight Champion at Mania, and that's how he's going to get the title. Unless he cashed in on Raw tonight, which is very possible, because I know a lot of people were talking about him cashing in on Raw tonight. But, of course, I can't see Raw, and I don't know what happened, because I'm staying away from Facebook and Twitter, so we'll just leave it at that. Now, big win for the Shield, actually. I was very happy to see them put the Shield over. It was a good match, really, really good match. Second best match of the night, actually, and the Shield really earned that victory. And it was really awesome because they speared Sheamus to the barricade, so got him out of the way. So it was down to Ryback and Cena against Rollins and Ambrose. And, of course, you had Roman Reigns, like, lurking on the outside. Pretty much, shell shock was what Ryback was going to finish off Seth Rollins with. He had him, he was doing his stupid stomp like he likes to do, and he was about ready to hit it, and then out of nowhere, like a bullet, came Roman Reigns with the spear, and Rollins landed on top of Ryback and 1, 2, 3. Right at this very moment, right as soon as this was happening, John Cena was hitting the FU on Dean Ambrose, and before he got a chance to go for the pinfall was already counted, and Dean Ambrose did not get pinned, and Roman Reigns helped Seth Rollins win for the Shield, and that was awesome because the Shield really, really needed this win. Doesn't hurt the super team at all because the Shield really needed a victory, just like if they want to continue to do anything with aces and eights on TNA, they need to win at Lockdown, and I will talk about Lockdown the next couple of weeks, but there's always that. Now, another thing, we're talking about the best match of the night was the Elimination Chamber. In the Elimination Chamber for the #1 contendership to the World Heavyweight title. It was Daniel Bryan and Kane from Team Hell No. Which I don't call them Team Hell No. I don't know why I call them there. Daniel Bryan and Kane from Hell No. The Dark Patriot, Jack Swagger. Of course, he had Zeb Coulter in his corner. And you had the Viper, Randy Orton, and Y2J, Chris Jericho, as well as the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Henry just steamrolled Hell No 100%, got rid of Daniel Bryan, got rid of Kane, and basically he fell victim to the RKO, just like I predicted he would. Jericho ended up getting eliminated, and pretty much Swagger hooked the tights and eliminated Randy Orton, and Jack Swagger won the Elimination Chamber. So basically we have set up a very controversial storyline between the real American Jack Swagger and the Mexican aristocrat Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. I have zero problems with this, and I think they're going to have a tremendous match at WrestleMania. We have a slight little feud just to get them to that point, and I really think it's going to be really well done. And Ziggler cashes in, of course, at the end on ADR, and wins the World Heavyweight title, just like we knew he was going to. So, there's always that. Unless he won it on Raw tonight, and I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen Raw, so we'll just leave it at that from what I know, from what I've seen. And you brought, what I guess, call them the Monsters of Funk, you call them the Fat Boys, basically Brodus Clay and Lord Tensai, or A-Train as I want to call him right now, the Hip Hop Hippo A-Train. And they defeated the one-night-only reunion of the Rhodes Scholars. And basically Cody and Damian Sandow just got squashed, pretty much, and it was basically to establish the tag team of Brodus Clay and Tensai. And after the match, they danced. I think it's time to get new gear for Tensai if he's going to stick with this gimmick. I say get rid of the trunks, maybe go back to a possible singlet or just a different outfit, because basically you've got Brodus Clay looking like Rev Run now, so you might as well just do another DMC for him. And we look like Daryl McDaniels. It's possible we can do it that way. But they win, and now they look like they're going to get a tag team title shot somewhere down in the middle of the road. I still think it's going to be the Shield and Hell No at WrestleMania, and I think that's when you split up Daniel Bryan and Kane, and you let them feud for a little bit. Maybe just culminate a match at SummerSlam. So that's their breakup right there, and the Shield gets tag titles, and I think that works really well. And I think that way you put Sheamus and Ryback together as a tag team and let them go after the Shield. So it doesn't really hurt anything, because you're not really doing anything with Sheamus or Ryback right now. So I think that's a good direction to go. Unless they want to push Ryback towards Mark Henry, or package him against the Big Show, that could possibly work as well. Sheamus, of course, his match against Randy Orton everybody wants. I don't think it's going to happen now, because there's not enough time unless you turn Randy Orton on SmackDown this week. That's the only way to really do it. So that's going to be what I'm thinking about for that. Caitlyn retained the Divas Championship with another spear, pinning Tamina Snuka. Tamina had the match won. Samoan drop goes up top for the Superfly Splash, and Caitlyn rolled out of the way, hit the spear, 1, 2, 3. And we don't have a credible Divas division, so the title stays on Tamina Snuka. Sad state of affairs is Natty Neidhart really should be in this role, not Caitlyn. So let me check to make sure I got everything. So yeah. Oh yeah, Dolph Ziggler and AJ came out with Big E Langston, and they basically were talking about how they had the Money in the Bank briefcase. It didn't matter if he was in Elimination Chamber or not. He has a guaranteed World Heavyweight title match with the case. That's prompted Booker T to come out and say, "We're talking about all about stealing the show. So why don't you try to steal the show tonight against this man?" And Kofi Kingston came out and had a really awesome match and had a tremendous finish. Go up top for the superplex. And Ziggler picks him up he would do like a superplex, and he drops him like Gourd Buster style, chest first and ribs first across the top turnbuckle. And the second Kofi hits the mat, and he staggers up to his feet, nailed with a zigzag, 1, 2, 3, and Dolph Ziggler is awesome as always. So that's pretty much Elimination Chamber. It was a good pay-per-view. I very much enjoyed myself. I enjoyed at my first SNS Radio Network live pay-per-view podcast chat session. Say that 5 times fast, if you can think of it. So that was fun. Don't know if I'll return for Lockdown or not. Basically, we'll be knee-deep in Celebrity Apprentice by that time. So that starts on the 3rd, which is also the next WDW Today live podcast. So there's always that to look forward to as well. But I'm going to get off here, and I'm going to watch Silver Linings Playbook again. And I will join you guys tomorrow night. After I get back from B-Dubs, I'll do the Raw recap. It's not going to be done early because I have to walk to work tomorrow. So needless to say, I have to get up earlier. I don't need to be getting up and walking straight to work and not having any food in me like right now, because my stomach is absolutely killing me. Because I haven't even had anything all day, except for, luckily Kelly gave me a chicken strip and a half, and TJ gave me one Airheads Extreme straw. So that's pretty much all I've had all day, and I've drank a lot of soda, so that's pretty much, and real quick, Coke and cappuccino is a really interesting combination, and I don't necessarily recommend it. It's not like breakfast Coke, but you could try if you'd like. So it's not for everybody, but if you want, try it. It will keep you awake, 100%. But I'm gonna get off here, and thanks again for watching, and sorry you missed the lost video. It's gone. It's gonna be deleted soon, actually, so don't worry about it. And thank you for joining me today, and until tomorrow, that's all I gotta say about that.